Hello YouTubes, my name is Intibus and welcome back to Noire. Now let's continue where we last left off. And it seems that we need to use the phone. Yep. Oh, stop honking at me.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
Oh yeah, this episode,
I'll get on the radio.
yeah, it's going to have some driving involved, so
involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man.
Thanks for your help.
if I recall correctly, first we need to get the cab, then go to a police station, and then there is another driving thingy. So let's take this as destination first, but...
Car 11K,
yep.
We have a response on your APB regarding yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station. Now heading west on 7th Street.
This officer needs help.
Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, the cab driver might tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're right.
Shots fired. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
There we go.
You see our taxi anywhere? Right through the next intersection. Through this intersection.
11K, yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitmer. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitmer, 11K.
I have the driving this game.
Where's that cab got to now? Straight ahead. Straight on. Okay, so go left at the next one.
The cab is not here.
Take a left.
11K, further on your APB on yellow cab number 3591. Vehicle identified at Reggie's Cafe.
Oh, here we go.
LAPD, we're investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Darren's
This
bar
officer
last
needs help. 415 shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
She was with this sailor.
Thank you, Police
It was
Radio,
all
for
over.
yelling over
She
this.
wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It's at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like
Okay.
that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day.
Well, you're welcome. And now
behind
let's
the
get
wheel.
to the police
Where exactly
station.
are we going?
Really?
You know the way. You can drive.
This game is somewhat buggy sometimes.
He's in interview too.
I know you.
Okay.
Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
I'm gonna get good and tight come Friday.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone.
Really?
Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning.
First there was a big bang. No, not that far off.
You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrelson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
You're not telling the whole story here, pal.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrelson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
Well, you didn't really answer the question.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. Where did you go after the Crystal Ballroom?
I think the wind had gone out of her sails by then. She caught a cab and I caught a bus back to the base.
We spoke to the cab driver. Tell us what really happened at the Crystal Ballroom.
I'd had enough. She was all upset about her husband bawling about her kids. She looked old. Left around closing, maybe 1:30. Got on a bus and she fell asleep on my shoulder.
Which bus?
An All-American, 249. I went past her place. She jumped off and I stayed on it downtown. After that, I caught another bus to San Pedro. The Indiana's down there. She's being scrapped.
And that was the last you saw of Teresa?
Yeah, that's right. We didn't say much. I think she was kind of embarrassed.
Right.
The cab driver said that you were getting pretty familiar with Teresa.
It's not how I'd put it.
Well, how would you put it?
So the last thing you wanted was her playing hard to get. Did that make you mad, sailor?
Yeah, it did. She knew what a guy's looking for. All broads do. Dancing comes second.
And what happened at the Crystal Ballroom?
Nothing. Not
Really?
even a little hand relief. She had another couple of drinks. There was no fun left in her. Just poured her guts out to some bartender.
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, detective.
I think we need to check the bus
Got a message
thing.
for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Oh,
and it looks
great.
Like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
What now? Drive all the way to San Pedro and check his locker?
No.
Let's see if the bus story checks out.
Yeah.
There's a depot at 1660 Beverly Boulevard.
Well, then you can
Can
drive.
you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
To a bus station.
Three suspects in the can and one on the hoof. Still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KTPL, we have Lars Terrelson picked up.
11K, roger.
And now, if I remember correctly, we have to find a bus. The correct bus, that is. Because apparently only certain people drive certain buses in this game.
And thank you, ma'am. You have a safe trip now. Where are you boys headed today?
LAPD. We're after the driver of All-American 249. Would have been around midnight onwards last night.
Just a minute. Frank Zeffirelli. He's your man.
Where can we find him?
Frank is out on the 7-4.
Can you tell us the route?
Hang on. I should have it mapped out here somewhere.
But let's check this out.
Solve that big case.
See him?
We'll need to run the loop.
So it goes clockwise. So the best thing we can do is go counterclockwise.
Now I'm not so sure. Has that just been paid? No, we're not going to drive the whole thing, are we?
Yes, we are.
Won't take long. We have a siren.
I think he's a bit of a gangster, but he treats me nice.
I hope they weren't talking about us. Ah, there you go. There we go. The red line is the bus road.
All-American 7-4. Let's go get him.
There's actually a
This could be a long trip, Cole.
there's actually a bug here where the Rusty doesn't get up to the car.
Way to kick off the drive in high spirits, Rusty. Comments like that put me in just the right mood for some legwork.
Touchy.
You know what your problem is? You don't like hard work. This kind of rigorous search is what police work is all about. Discipline.
Save it, Phelps. You're just as bored as I am.
Sometimes very hard to see where we are going because the line gets so thin. Why are they honking at us? We are the police. You don't honk at us.
Still no sign of him.
Did you doze off, Rusty? I think you slept through my solving the case.
Yeah, very funny. Just give me a nudge if you see him, all right?
How about you nudge me?
I think that's a job for your wife.
Oh, Rusty.
All right, here we go.
That's the bus we're looking for. Ease in behind her and get her to the side of the road.
This works too.
There's some kind of problem, buddy?
LAPD. We're investigating a murder. You had a sailor and a woman in a green dress on your bus late last night?
That's correct.
And the woman got off first, around 2 a.m.?
Yeah, that's right. And the sailor stayed on all the way to downtown.
Can you tell us where you let the woman off?
On California Street. To tell you the truth, she looked a little lost, like she got off on the wrong stop or something. I didn't like dropping her off near that hobo camp.
You've been a big help, Mr. Zeffirelli.
So Sailor Boy escaped by the seat of his bell-bottom trousers. He left abroad alive.
Left her by the hobo camp.
Which means he's as good as killed her.
We can't eliminate any of them, but the disfigured man should be our starting point.
I'm gonna call for some backup. These bows hate cops.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Now, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
Well, that went a little bit faster than I was waiting for. Well, this must be our man.
LAPD. We'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic. We need to hold out cavalry.
How do we do that?
Like this. One shot to keep you down, Phil.
If you want your rightful share...
Your disciples know what you did last night?
Come on. Fight back. Get up. That's what you get for getting up.
Comrade
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
We'll see about that. Have you seen Quantum of Solace? Did you know what they did to James Bond? Oh wait, this is 1940s. Of course you have. Hey there.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
No
Still
more.
working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack.
Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
Well, you could.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. For God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
That might be true, but I think there were gangsters in the war also. Oh, my roommate came back. And it sounds like he's having a friend.
Probably not.
Maybe not this, but this. Oh, I have to.
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Anything else? Yep. Well, what do we have here?
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin.
Yep. Those didn't seem like that. Alright, let's go back to the police station and talk to this Ackerman guy.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
Back to the Batcave. Oh, I accidentally whacked my mic stand with my controller.
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession and we can charge the bum with murder.
The motive is actually post-traumatic stress disorder. And, well, maybe not that, but the war. And the war messed up with his mind. And now he only sees enemies everywhere.
We're going this way.
To what way?
I want to make homicide. You know you made it if you did that yet.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Actually, what kind of government sends it's to war?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
Well, there was bloody rope in your...
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrellson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
Well, because you are a commie.
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
Didn't you just say that you don't have any property?
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Yep, this guy is crazy.
Where were you around 2 a.m. last night?
At the camp.
And why do you have a purse?
You were up on the hill. You were seen during the day. We have a witness. We have evidence. Come clean with me, Ackerman, and I'll see what I can do for you.
I despise your pity. You have nothing that links me to this woman.
The purse.
We have you cold, Ackerman. Her purse and the ballroom ticket were in your lean-to. Tell us why you did it.
I kill because people need killing. It's what I was trained to do.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
Well, that escalated quickly.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrellson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
Against crime? Against the Reds? Against what? Yeah, a little bit vehicle damage. And city damage. Oops. but still 5 stars. Okay. Let's see the cutscenes and end the video after that. Alvin. Alright, we just walk in. Why not?
And now my heart's a blazing ruin. You say that you were only fooling. Don't walk away. Don't do me wrong. Don't leave me singing this torched song when I'm burning.
Oh. Now then, let's continue next time. Thanks for watching, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.